been talking about it a lot so far, Subi. We talk about the players brought in to the rival series on those 4 teams. For Complexity here, it's FLAKES. For Method, it's Oceanian. Oceanian, of course, in the rival series last season with the Clappers, and they did not have the season they were looking for at all.
Nope.
And now he's on this team. Obviously, he does have a stronger team around him, and it doesn't look like he suffered too much in that first series. I wonder if the nerves have subsided a little bit.
Absolutely, they have to. I mean, that first series, there's always nerves regardless of who you are. It's opening day. You've got those nerves, but as far as them sticking around, after match 1, they're gone. But let's get into this match. Complexity going up against Method.
It is Rick's RONDAY against Greasy Meister on the opening kickoff, and we are underway. The first and only time we'll see Complexity here in week number 1. Magnus for Greasy Meister, and that ball is going to be blocked away by the newcomer Oceanian.
You have to respect every single shot that's coming from Complexity. The mechanical skills are insane, and Magnus putting that on, and Burrito B feels backflip, and Greasy Meister with the finish.
Yeah, it will be Greasy slamming that home at the end, but the setup really there by Magnus to leave that ball in front and throw the defense for a loop. And Complexity with a strong statement in the first 21 seconds of their season. Of course, this Complexity squad, we talk about, a lot, who of course played for them last season in the RLCS, and all the firepower you'd think that team would bring. No hat tricks at all last season in the RLCS. It was not the season they were looking for at all. Magnus and Greasy Meister staying together, and it is Greasy who makes the save here.
While I can respect that, completely different leagues now. They could absolutely shine and go undefeated in the rival series. A lot stiffer competition up there and a lot better defense, that is for sure.
Magnus will bank this one in, play it himself, but Burrito B will have the clear. Oceanian back into the play. Coming along, watching Burrito B get that shot off. Double commit in front of the net, saved by Greasy. And the follow-up from Oceanian left a lot to be desired for Method.
Yeah, one thing you're not going to get from Complexity is breathing room. Do not expect to have a ton of unchallenged balls. So when you do and you see those, oh no, a misread from Oceanian, not expecting it to come that hard off the backboard. And FLAKES makes him pay.
Yeah, boy, that really was a pretty ugly misread. FLAKES will get his first goal of the season. Complexity out to a 2-0 lead, and now if you're Method, well, you got to score sooner rather than later, because if this snowballs on you, look out. Magnus for Greasy. Great little stall play there for Complexity, not always moving forward at full speed, letting Greasy get back into the play. FLAKES will now clear this away, and you're right, Subi. Right now, this looks as one-sided as it could.
Yeah, they've seen that fast play, whereas Method, they have as well, but they don't consistently see it. And FLAKES with a shot on net, and Burrito B late to the rotation. 3-goal lead in just 2 minutes of play.
Boy, this is not the rival series that Method went through last season, where they were so close to having a shot at the promotion tournament. They are getting worked right now by FLAKES and this Complexity squad. And now FLAKES cheating up on that kickoff, but he'll have to give way to Burrito B and Greasy Meister.
And let's not forget, Stacks, how important games are in the rival series. Not just wins, not just series wins, but every single game you play goes against you. You want to make sure you make a statement and you try and 3-0 as many teams as possible. And where is the defense on this play from Method?
Absolutely nowhere to be found. The Burrito B is waiting there in the net, but just moving in slow motion. He never came off the goal line at all. That hat trick now for FLAKES. They're first in a very, very long time under the Complexity name.
Tons of shots on the board for both sides. 6 shots for Complexity, 5 for Method. So you would expect this to be a lot closer of a game, but the accuracy is just on point right now for Complexity. Greasy Meister just holding down on defense as well with 4 saves.
Oceanian to the ceiling, just trying to make anything happen does get that pass off to Rix RONDAY. He'll intercept, and finally, Method are on the board.
There you go. You got to make sure you take advantage of every opportunity, and look at the double commit coming out. Greasy not expecting Flakes to put that ball straight down, and the follow-up from Rix RONDAY to put that one on target. A 3-goal deficit in this matchup, a half to go. It's not too crazy to ask for.
Could be a kickoff goal from Rix RONDAY. At least everybody had boost to celebrate.
Celebration is the most important part of a goal, Stacks. You should know that by now, but a kill on the kickoff and both players deciding to leave the net on the side of Complexity. Starting to get a little closer.
Yeah, it's starting to sweat a little bit if you're Complexity. Here's Burrito B over another defender trying to drop it down, but he's just high and wide. And now Flakes on the counterattack. Seeing him be able to just dribble right through the defense at will. He loses possession there.
But he did get the boost steal in the corner, and he's up in the offensive zone, creating pressure. Good touch, though, from Oceania to kind of clear things up.
Rix RONDAY just playing dump and chase, trying to make, or let Flakes make a mistake. That ball will go all the way across, and Greasy Meister there to change fields. Back down it goes, and Burrito B making sure to dump to the corner. Rix RONDAY not able to find a teammate. Another interception at midfield for Complexity. Greasy Meister has Magnus waiting in the wings, looking for a double tap, but Burrito B there for the stop.
And great decision-making from Burrito B there as well. He waited in net for a long time, seeing that an offensive play could break open for Complexity, not wanting to give up another goal.
Magnus blocked by Rix RONDAY, but he did get the ball away. And Flakes will get this downfield. Everybody forward for Method, knowing that they need to get back into this game. Now they have to patiently wait as Magnus dumps another one back onto the orange half of the field. Burrito B in the final minute, trying to get by Flakes. Rix RONDAY trying to recover. Got a good touch through, but Flakes is there. Good defense, not panicking at all, is Complexity.
Yeah, and Complexity is just trying to keep this ball up off the ground, waste as much time as possible, just playing keep away at this point, and no problem with that shot as Magnus is home and gets another save credited to his name.
Method needs to dig deep into the bag of tricks, try and do something unconventional if they want to crack through this Complexity defense. It is Burrito B giving way to Rix RONDAY. Magnus to intercept, and away it goes again.
He's
Time
up.
not on the side of Method, but they have a chance on the counterattack. With 10 seconds left, Magnus intercepts, and that should just about do it. Oceania can only keep this ball in the air. Defense of no consequence, and that will do it. Game 1 to COL.
Holy cow, what a showing from them. And their first matchup in the rival series, just putting on a show. And let's take a quick look at the amount of saves put on the board from Complexity. 8 total in this matchup, just turning away almost every single shot that was put on the board from Method.
Yeah, a total of 19 shots between those two teams. And as you mentioned, only one team really making all of the saves. And you look at this Complexity squad, you know, a team that makes that many saves, you normally look and see, okay, they probably got hemmed in their own zone a lot. They didn't have a lot of offense. They're probably a team that's not going to do well in the season. No, they actually won that game quite handily outside of a stretch of like 5 seconds in the middle of the game. And now Complexity are poised to really run away with this unless Method can kind of solve the puzzle of Complexity's defense.
Yeah, once Complexity got 2 goals, it was almost like, hey, we're just going to wait. We're going to see what you guys can do and go ahead and shoot at the net. We have one guy on the back wall to turn away any shots up high. We have one guy sitting in net to turn the shots down low. Go ahead, good luck. And unfortunately, the shots from Method on the board just weren't able to get past that defense of Complexity.
A Method team that led the rival series last season in total goal differential is seeing a whole new different beast here in Complexity as we get into game number 2. And I got to say, after watching that first game, if I could have a mulligan on that prediction, I would take it in a heartbeat. This Complexity team has made a statement to start off the rival series. Now let's see what they've got for an encore.
You should be used to being wrong, though.
I know, especially next to you as this ball's popped up. Magnus able to get there just ahead of Rix RONDAY. Greasy will find Magnus as well. That pass getting through traffic. FLAKES double touch, and it goes wide.
Oh, just turned his car a little bit too much to the side. Sent that one off the crossbar. Watch out for this team, though. As we discussed, so much mechanical skill is available to them.
You don't want to miss too many of those, though. You don't want to know what they do to people who miss double taps in the RLCS and the Rival Series. Magnus for FLAKES as that ball goes all the way downfield. Again, just trying to reset things, buy his teammates time to get boost. That midfield boost, I believe, collected by Greasymeister. And it will kick right out towards FLAKES. His drive saved by Oceanian as he read it properly this time. But Burrito B did not, and Greasy stopped by Rick's RONDAY, but now they're in a world of hurt. FLAKES, this time he'll try. Double doesn't go. Greasy follows, and Complexity scores first again.
Yeah, Burrito B had a poor challenge, which forced him to use all of his boosts. Look at him just sitting down there on his feet. Can't do much. And all it takes is FLAKES going up to get him up in the air, and Greasymeister comes in for the finish. Complexity looking like a true winner in this matchup.
Rick's RONDAY for an answer, got the reset, and he just pushed it wide. FLAKES in the way as well. Now Magnus, downfield, he has FLAKES there, but he missed it out of the corner, and Rick's RONDAY sends it away.
Yeah, it's almost as if Method took a nap in between the last series and this one. They look like a completely different team. They need to get that sleep out of their eyes and wake up quick because they don't have a lot of games to work with.
Well, Burrito B not able to catch up to this one. That's I believe the second or maybe even third time that FLAKES has gone right by Burrito B to score a goal, and it's now 2-0.
Well, you see Burrito B going for the corner boost that isn't there, and it's that boost over ball mentality. You're just so used to going there and it being there, but Complexity is rotating through, trying to steal it, trying to disrupt the flow of the offensive and defense of Method.
Well, we have now seen Oceanian for about a match and a half. We've seen Niels Cook with Veloce. We'll see Pondex later on in the season with the Vikings. But right now, the best pickup of the offseason in the Rival Series certainly seems to be FLAKES. He's got 4 goals and an assist to go here in this series, in a matchup that a lot of people on paper thought was going to be a big test for Complexity, and they have dismissed Method so far.
When you bring a new guy in, you don't want to put constraints on him. You want to let him play how he is used to playing, and you as a team member should adjust how you're playing, and it seems as though Greasy and Magnus have both done so. A clear from Burrito B into his own corner. Gets it over 2 though, but Magnus so quick to the ball, keeping this back in Method zone.
Burrito B trying to get onto this, but Greasymeister does instead. And of course, if you're Method, the org, you're watching Magnus do this to you right now and going, man, I remember when there were brighter days when we were involved with Magnus. This shot sent away by Oceanian. FLAKES, he'll steal some boost. Magnus will set up Greasymeister, and Burrito B is there for the save.
Yeah, but they're not done. They're going to pepper some more shots. FLAKES coming in and trying to drop it down. Greasy getting a bump on Oceanian, sends him all the way to midfield. They are just causing chaos in the offensive zone right now.
Burrito B up the wall, and Greasymeister there to meet him. Oceanian has to fight through FLAKES, nobody home, and Magnus adds to the lead.
He has done this so many times. Magnus will not miss this shot. Look at FLAKES just trying to get a touch on the ball. And the just placement from Magnus, perfect on that shot. 3-0 lead. It's gonna be very hard once again for Method to claw back into this one.
Yeah, I mean, you throw so many shots at the back wall, at the net itself. I mean, you get the defense moving around. Eventually, they're going to run out of boost. They're going to run out of position. They're going to run out of time as this game carries on. Another ball sent in, but FLAKES will have it away. Magnus is just camped out in the offensive end, takes out Burrito B, and FLAKES will score on the empty net.
And I love this placement from FLAKES. It's not only a shot on net, but it's close enough to be a pass as well. Just good placement there. Way to have a heads-up play, and FLAKES, you were talking about him. So important to this team. He is fitting his role perfectly.
Right now, with as much time as Complexity is spending on the orange half of the field, just peppering the net, you're gonna have to start charging rent. Will Method. Greasymeister does miss this, but here's Magnus to back up the play. He'll take the midfield boost and challenge this as well. And Magnus is just everywhere. Really, everybody is everywhere for Complexity. And Method going to be pulling their hair out at this point, wondering how do we get around this, because they have been stifled at every turn.
Got two in the air, though, and a bump from Ocean opens the net up. Can he turn around in time? No, he can't. FLAKES got that back boost.
Magnus up to clear this off to the side. Greasy with a full tank.
Oh, nice bump.
Good bump from behind, but FLAKES is there. Good rotation. Of course, that's a sign of a team that knows they don't really need to move forward. Just defend the net at all costs. Preserve the shutout, and it looks like Complexity is going to have no difficulty doing just that, as nobody's there for that ball ripping around the front.
And that was their first test they've seen this game, and we didn't see any sort of panic coming out from them. Very few double commits, and most importantly, not allowing too many shots on target either.
Magnus lobs another one in. The only suspense here is will it be 4-0 or 5-0? FLAKES looking to add one more.
Cool.
One more touch, and that's sent away. And Magnus well off the mark, but they certainly didn't need that. 4 goals in game 1, 4 goals in game 2. It's a shutout as Complexity is on match point, threatening our 2nd consecutive sweep.
Look at the new fella on the team up on top, just carrying this team to victory. 13 shots put on to 5. That's no way to win a game. Complexity has to change a ton. I'm sorry, Method is going to have to change a ton, whereas Complexity doesn't have to change a thing.
Yeah, no, Complexity needs to change a lot just so we can have a competitive series on our hands right now. It looks like they are just playing with their food at this point, as they have dominated this series. Again, a couple of goals given up at the midway point in game 1, and since then, it has been all Complexity. And now for Method, I mean, let's talk about what they need to do. We've seen a lot of miscues on the defensive end. We see Ocean with 5 saves. That's great. They need to get him involved in the offensive end. He's back so far. They got to come off their goal line just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. They need to. Didn't mean to steal your notes there. Wasn't trying to. Wasn't trying to read your stuff.
Go right ahead.
No, but what I want to see from them is a little more aggression. You called it the third man pushing up a little further. They aren't getting beat on those clears too much, and that's due to the fact that they are keeping a third man back, but you're down 2-0 in this series. You lose another, you drop this one. So go all out. Go as hard as you can in this game. Throw caution to the wind if you can, and just see what it does for your squad.
I actually do want you to take these notes. Just go ahead and throw them in the trash because they haven't done anything for my predictions so far this afternoon. We are underway in game 3 between Complexity and Method, as Ocean will try to play this slowly past Magnus and Greasymeister. The problem is a slow play is not going to get it done against Complexity. They move at breakneck pace, as Ocean, decent challenge against Greasymeister. At least it didn't get the ball towards the orange net. Instead, here's Complexity taking over possession yet again. Loose ball in front, sent away by RONDAY. A rare case, Zuby, where there's a loose ball up for grabs and there's not a blue car immediately all over it.
Yeah, and that's not due to the fact that it's slow play like you were talking about, especially not from Complexity. What they have is patience. Each member on the field, whether it be they're in the first spot, the second or third, they realize when to push up and when not to. They're just playing perfect Rocket League at this point.
RONDAY needs a second touch. Problem is he put that right in front. FLAKES to follow up. Magnus as well, he just watches that clear from Burrito B. RONDAY
nice.
Setting for Ocean, and Greasymeister with the save. Ocean did get a piece of that ball, but Greasy read it all the way.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity from them. Can they disrupt the defense, though, from Complexity is the big question, because they've yet to really cause any sort of panic in the offensive zone.
Burrito B. Bank pass out for RONDAY. Burrito coming up as well, and that's blocked away by Magnus.
Oh, look at that touch.
It will drop down for somebody, but nobody there after Magnus is taken out of the play, and Ocean will just calmly send that away. Even more importantly, getting off that lip there in the corner so it pops up and out.
Complexity has numbers. Ocean had to rotate all the way to the opposite side of midfield to grab the full boost pickup. But unfortunately, Complexity not able to capitalize on that, and we remain tied in game number 3.
It's been something like 11 minutes of game time, I believe, since we've seen Method get on the scoreboard. They haven't had that many quality opportunities. Maybe that aerial touch from Ocean earlier was their best chance since they scored that kickoff goal. FLAKES in front for Greasy Meister, blocked by Ocean. They have a chance to get downfield quickly. There is Burrito B. His shot is well outside. FLAKES credited with a save anyways.
Complexity's just so fast. You don't think that they can get to a ball first, and somehow they get to the ball, win the 50-50 challenge, and put it right back in the orange zone. Must be so difficult playing against this squad.
Well, FLAKES dunks that one in as well, and RONDAY has to kind of frantically send that off to the corner. When Complexity just hemming Method deep in their own zone yet again until Ocean gets a clean touch to get that ball way downfield.
Oh, look at this pass from Greasy FLAKES, just going up for it. They're trying to run an alley-oop play right now.
Down to the final 2 minutes. Ocean, good ball in front, but Magnus, right place, right time, able to send it away and foil yet another passing attempt. Around the corner from RONDAY, dangerously close to the edge of the zone, and now Complexity looking to take over, looking to take the lead in game 3. They don't give up these leads, and RONDAY there for the stop on Magnus's bid.
Yeah, smart play from him, not pushing forward too much, realizing Magnus can put a shot on from anywhere, especially if he still has boost in the tank. But a push downfield, Greasy's coming down, puts the shot on target, and Ocean can't get there.
We're seeing Ocean make a lot of saves on some pretty tough shots, but this time, Greasy Meister just too quick for him. The wily veteran able to sneak one by, and now Complexity is 78 seconds away from a sweep here in week 1.
Feeling very reminiscent of Savage from last season.
Yes.
A bunch of RLCS veterans on one squad, just kind of mopping up the competition. Method needs to change a lot, and they need to change it now.
Trying to send that ball in was RONDAY. Burrito B to set the table for Ocean. He thought about it, now he has to retreat. It's a tough clear, does not have it, but the follow from FLAKES. Well, you could put a montage together, I think, for Complexity at the end of this season. If they keep up stuff like this, they are going to find the mark eventually, and it's going to be a thing of beauty.
Yeah, we're going to definitely have some pretty clips to watch when this season's
what a
said
shot!
and done.
How does that get through?
Look at the angle he puts on this ball, slices this like a little piece of pie, and puts it in the back of the net.
Greasy with both goals here in game 3, a closeout opportunity for Complexity, and they are cashing in. Looking to join Veloce at the very tip top of the standings with a pair of 3-0 sweeps between the two. There is still time. Burrito B looking for Ocean, instead finding Magnus. RONDAY off a double commit. Got to get to this quick, and he does with 22 seconds left. RONDAY finally gets back on the board.
Yeah, Greasy Meister just leaving net completely, maybe having a little too much fun in this match, but there is still a possibility that Method can come back. 22 seconds to work with. They need one goal. If you're on Complexity, keep the boot pressed on their chest. Give them no room to breathe.
Give them no quarter, says Subi. As RONDAY will pop one up. Ocean there, little slow to that ball, but RONDAY can still keep the play alive. Loose in front, and Greasy Meister bombs it away off his own backboard. Method needs to keep this ball in the air. Greasy just lets it go. He faked him out thinking there was a big boomer coming off that back wall. Complexity, a very convincing 3-0 sweep.